Hello guys, welcome today to the 74th floor of the World View Towers in the World Towers project of Lodha. I am standing amidst the clouds and very proudly wanting to take you through this show flat that we designed through the lockdown for the Lodhas. When we were approached by the Lodha team to design a show residence for them, we were very thrilled because Lodha is a group that understands and wants to deliver quality and luxury at every stage with every product of theirs. Our need for expressing luxury through our design was very well respected and so beautifully executed. We loved how the output has turned out. And we need to take you and show you how our 2 months have gone by, making this dream happen and come alive. I'd like to take you with me bit by bit on how we put the theme together and what the whole place has finally turned out to be and how luxury is conveyed in our language. So when we started designing the project, we knew that we wanted to change the usual conception of luxury in the minds of people. It's high gloss walls, marble cladded walls, a lot of metal chandeliers, a lot of crystal chandeliers. We wanted to break that aspect. We wanted luxury to be translated into something more cozy, more earthy, something more natural as well. My love for architecture has always been in place and I wanted to bring that in as well. So we decided architecture as being our prime theme, as the central theme of the space. So you'll see a lot of it on the walls, in the furniture, across even our rugs and carpets and lights. We've tried to execute that vision. You will also see a lot of block work, a lot of terracotta, a lot of concrete finishes. So let me show you how we executed and envisioned and brought to life this dream. So please come along with me. So when we went about designing, we knew that when Lodha would sell this property to a person, that person is not just buying these many square feet or these many rooms or just a flat on the 74th floor. They are also buying with it a sense of pride that comes with it. So everything that we had to do had to make an impact. As soon as you enter the entry foyer, I always like to make them grand, but it had to translate that sense of pride of the homeowner beautifully. So, this console is a piece that I'm completely proud of. It's one of my favorites because although it's very nice and compact, it's made of, it's inspired from architectural columns and it's supported with an equally beautiful concrete light that was created with concrete balls and discs, and we carried it through the entire ceiling. So I love the way this grand entryway has been executed and come to life. Yet it's very concretey, very earthy and very matte finish. And only enhanced by natural terracotta sculptures from Aman Khanna from Clayman. So I think bringing this together has been my most important aspect of this house. Now we'll move to the living room. So the living room here is a beautifully curved one with large windows showing us the beautiful views of the Arabian Sea, of the Worli Sea link. And I didn't want to block that view with anything that we designed or added to the space. Yet the space had to have enough number of seating available to entertain a decent gathering of people. So we've put together a nice 10-seater seating living room and we've fragmented our sofas and put different styles together to make this space cozy and comfortable. So we have this curved sofa created along the curvature of the living room. And then we added something more of our architectural vibe in place with steps in place, and we call it the step sofa. This is something that we conceived from scratch at Design Hex. So the steps were added not only because it's something that sticks to our theme, but also because this was our passageway. We would not want something very chunky and blocky over here to block out the whole light and space. This allows me to break through the chunkiness of a sofa piece and also bring together the theme beautifully. And supporting it at the bottom are strong column-like legs, which we've softened with the fluted pattern that has added to the detailing, which we totally like. Here you can see the center table that we've brought together for this space, which is again created in the same kind of shape that we have done for our seating area. It's a nice solid block work of concrete, which we've got together with Bharat Floorings and created. And to add to the luxury bit, we've cast it in and we've inlaid these small metal brass pieces, so that little shimmer adds to the whole luxury bit of it. But when you have something like a fragmented seating area, it is very important for you to bring it all together with a nice space rug. So we went one step ahead and did the rugs also ourselves. So this rug is again designed for the space, designed by Design Hex in-house, and we've collaborated with Merge Project to bring this beauty to life, and we are so proud of it because it helps me bring in the color that I wanted, my opal green and the concrete together, and the tan shade which I like to add to pop it out. It's a terracotta shade. So the rug, the center table and sofa, we love the way the whole living room has come together. It's cozy and comfortable to have a nice large gathering. Then we opened up this room and extended it further. This is the fourth bedroom of the house. It's a 4 BHK space. We opened up the fourth bedroom to double it up as an extended living room, as a family room, as a TV room, and also guest room if it requires to be. We've added a sliding partition, a concealed one in between. So when the curtains roll down and the sofa bed opens up, it's converted into a nice and cozy guest room. You can't see much wardrobe here, but there's good amount of it concealed in the walls itself. This is a nice ash wood paneling with flutes, and I think it gives me the perfect grandeur and the contrast to the fun element we wanted to bring into this room. Because it's also a family room, our furniture is slightly unusual. It's got a lot of layering. The furniture looks playful. It's a lot of textures and patterns. It's younger colors. It needs to be able to take in the younger generations of the house to the older generations. Everyone can gather around here, have their TV times, have their evening tea times, and enjoy the space because it's so nice and colorful. The artwork, the chair, everything brings together very well the colors and the vibe that I'm trying to create here. This sculpture here is something that I also love. Again, it's all of the art that we accumulated for the place is definitely clay based or very sculptural in its taste, but it also breaks the geometric patterns. It's a little round emotions coming in with the art. That is what we strive to achieve in every art piece that we curated for this space. This is again by Aman Khanna. Moving on to our dining area now. The dining table also had to be keeping the theme in mind. So we've done a dining table inspired by those modern contemporary columns at the bottom. We like how this turned out. This has been executed and designed by Design Hex. But the top, if you see, we've not kept it like a typical one. It's something of a fidget spinner. So it adds the playfulness again back to, so we don't want to do too much architecture and make it cold and boring. We need to add the playfulness back because anyone who lives here also needs to entertain, has that kind of energy, and this spells it out well for them. Connected to the dining area is my kitchen, and I think this kitchen also, usually now typically people are going for a lot of glossy Brazilian granite, those exclusive stones, exotic stones, printed tiles, but I wanted to again stay true to the theme and make it very monotonous, concrete finish, neat kitchen. We approached the Beckerman Kitchens from Germany, and they did a fab job. The shutters are all a dull champagne gold, and this on the counter and the dado is airy concrete Caesar stone, which is connecting the outside colors perfectly. It's blending perfectly in. Attached to the kitchen we have a staff room, which is nice and cozy enough, and we know that is one of the most important things these days, ladies. You know what I'm talking about. But now I'm going to take you to one of the most important areas of any home, which is the bedrooms. So come right through. As we're walking, we're going to look at this wall that is paneled in a nice brick pattern. So it's like a brick cladded paneling that we've created here. But what is interesting is these sculpture pieces that we brought in, which soften the ruggedness of concrete and brick. So I like that how this contrast is softening the stern or hard concrete bits. Let's see this little powder bathroom we have here. also want to enlighten the people on this material that we've used here. It's actually a terrazzo. It's a terrazzo which is river washed, and I like how the light does the light and shadow play here, which creates a very interesting finish. Contrasting it is a bronze mirror, and we ensured that the forms were doing maximum job here. So this half circle mirror and this light kind of cutting it through the Jessie basin, the in copper finish, and then it's contrasted starkly by these two peg tables that act in place of a counter, just right for a powder bathroom. So I like this nice and compact, but again true to the theme, it's very concretey, because terrazzo by its definition is concrete inlaid with marbles inside or stone pieces inside. So I think that has come out very beautifully. So this is our grand passage now. I call it grand because I feel it emulates a sense of grandeur completely and beautifully. This is solid white ash wood, and we broke it in a fluted pattern because I like how the light does what it does on it. So we knew that there's no natural light coming into this area, so we played with the texture of the wood and the fluted pattern again, so that it gives that grandeur and depicts it at its best. But something that I want to share about passages here is that you know how they say that in a journey, the destination is not what is so important, it's the journey what makes it beautiful. So I feel that every room is a destination because it's a different story untold in that room, different residents, different vibe of the rooms. That's your destination. But the passage is what connects it all. The passage is what is going to take you to one room to another and connect the whole story. So it needs to be grand. It needs to tell your story beautifully, and we don't like to leave them undone. So passages definitely have to be grand and cannot be ignored. And I think with this half arch and this raised height that we managed to create, A, we have created the grandeur, B, we've ensured that the story of the journey is beautiful, and C, I like how this dull grey and cold concrete passage is broken by this warm wood, and it's accenting it so beautifully. Right at the end of the passage, if you see, we added this art piece which is replicating this art shape that we have created here. So we didn't want art that shouts out loud. We wanted art that kind of enhances and merges beautifully with the vision of architecture that we wanted to create in this space. So, you know, we played a little bit with sciography here, where the light does what it has to do to the art. So without the light, the art is not complete here. And we know that this passage is always going to have the light on because it's not naturally lit. So we ensured that the art was something that would go well with the place. And we collaborated with Art and Found for this beautiful piece of art, and I think it turned out stunning. Let me take you into our master bedroom now. So in the master bedroom, we had a lot of passage space available and we wanted to utilize it well. We went ahead and added a lot of cupboard space here. To anybody, it would feel like it would narrow down the passage further, but I felt like it utilized my passage more beautifully and it gave the much needed storage. And we all know storage is prime importance in any flat. So I think that's done beautifully here. This is our master bathroom. So if you see again the influence of British architecture, if you see the mirror, we've done a twin basin, double mirror sort of a look, but the entire wall is created on the British, you must have seen in a lot of old Bombay buildings, this kind of arched architecture on the facades of the buildings or the entryways. So, but you know, what is beautiful about it is how marble works in that pattern. It looks very luxurious, it looks very beautiful, and it goes so well for our master bathroom. The light highlights it further. This entire vanity counter was created for the space, and again it's very blocked and very form oriented. It's created in a solid surface called Korean, and it does beautifully for the space. Behind you can see our shower area, but it has ample storage. So we managed to get a lot of these niches and these negative spaces that we utilize for storing our towels, storing our toiletries. You have one here as well. Moving on to the bedroom area. So you see how the passage slightly narrow down out here, but we've actually paneled this with nice Georgian bar mirrors here. So it allows the space to look expanded. But although this is squeezed, I enjoy how the room suddenly after that narrow passage expands into this nice, large, well-lit room, which allows me a huge, grand headboard. It allows me a separate sofa area and a like a seating area, and it allows me this lovely swing as well. So I think we enjoy doing the swing the most. It is one piece that we again created in-house at Design Hex. It's again repeating that step pattern that I was talking about, and it's perfect to enjoy a nice conversation in the room and entertain a lot of friends also. Friends and family coming into the room can comfortably be seated. The headboard, again, because we have the theme that I've been repeatedly talking about, is inspired from the stepwells, ancient famous stepwells of India. And you see the intricate detail that we wanted to bring about has come through very beautifully. We have 4 materials we have used here. It's PU, it's texture, and these 2 kinds of fabrics that we've added. But we maintained the terracotta color, so that we continue with what we've carried through from the beginning. The side tables also, if you see, it has this little step detail, and I like that we've taken care of these little details and how it's all coming through together, including our rugs. So if you see the rug here also, it's also designed in-house by Design Hex, and we kept it stark, no color. I felt that this starkness was doing justice to what we wanted to bring out over here. The headboard is loud and it is tan and it is huge. So we repeated that color only in hints, bits and pieces and accessories here or there, in our chairs, in cushions on the sofa, throws around, or this little table that we created over here. I like this nice and cozy corner for a good work from home time. It's coming with its own storage area. So all of this paneling that you see over here, right to the end, is actually storage area. So we managed to remove a lot of very, very important storage, my precious storage. This is something that people really want to look at first thing when they're looking at a flat. Behind this TV as well, we have a lot of storage. So all of your gadgets, your Tata Sky, your set-top boxes, everything goes there right in and comfortably. But what is best is your very own little nook for dressing. So every single inch has been utilized for something very, very important to the room. Yet it was done in this way so that the overall room looks large and there's ample space for movement and for good family times. This little curved sofa is so tiny and compact, but it's absolutely comfortable and I think very appropriate for a room. And we can place it in an angular manner and the room opens up more. All of the rugs, if you see in the space, are custom designed for the space. And we really enjoy doing this because I feel that Lodha design team really respected every whim and fancy that I had for the space, and they allowed us to do the rugs, to design the lights, to design every single thing that we wanted to, and they went all out with it completely. So I am very, very thankful to them for this. We're going to move now to the next room, which is the son's bedroom. We profiled an imaginary family for the house when we were starting off. We imagined a daughter's room. This daughter is going to be about 18 years, teenager or something like that. And I'm going to take you to that room first now. So we're entering that now. And welcome to this pink haven. We love this room so much. It is pink. Don't take me as being cliched and using pink for a girl. This room would have looked nice even if it was in a grey or a blue or any color. But this peachish pink, this is a brick clay color that we've used here, is one of my favorites. So I went out and did that. It belongs to a girl that we profiled, about 18, who is soft and she's very, very tender in her nature, but also knows what she wants to get, and she knows how to get it. She's strong-headed. So all the metal elements, all the black is true to her nature again. This light that we created going parallel to our headboard is custom designed by us, also looks like an eyelash. And this again the other side, I like how the balance of proportions happens over here and the detailing on the headboard. It's something that this room is something that I feel has come out very beautifully because the light does what it does best on this. And you know, the whole backdrop of the bed is more curtain-like. Although it's solid, it's made of wood, but it appears like curtains are drawn behind it. So it gives a very soft effect to it. You know, a girl like that would have her friends coming over, and you know, you don't want to give a typical 2 chairs and a coffee table sort of a look. So we created this curved in niche which we converted into a cozy setup to sit down, chat, gossip, play around. And the other one that we created, a replica of the same niche, but we converted that into her private dressing cum her study table. So I think that's it. It makes very functional space for the room. We love this rug that we designed again. It's specially designed for a girl, slightly ambitious, rebellious, but also very innocent and very 18. So I'm going to show you a bathroom now. So the marble is doing beautifully with the luxurious feel, but we've contrasted it with our pink square tiles, which I think does total justice to the room that we've created as well. Let's move to the next room, which we envisioned for a boy about 2021. I always like to work around a very clear concept in my head. Clients are very important to me, so in this case when I was given a free hand, I thought, let's make fake clients and think of their personalities and design a space for them. You know, so we have tinted glass wardrobes here. I think most boys love that these days, and we get that a lot, that I want tinted glass see-through wardrobes. And the headboard and the bed, and you know, it's again, we've carried the theme forward, but we've broken it and given it a sense of fun because of the different proportions we've done. So you know, the headboard is also double leveled. The light is falling lower, and the right side, the art is doing the right amount of color and hues it's adding to the space. The paneling on the wall that you see over here, this is actually a terracotta texture that we've done, and the panels were done by Design Hex. So it's come out very nice for this boy who wants to bring in the tan and the concrete and that rugged vibe, but it's also young at heart and needs to have some fun. So there's a lot of hidden storages everywhere in the wall that I don't like to show cupboards separately. We just want a seamless and clean look. So a lot of these grooves that you see on the walls are all storages. Here, this is something that I feel very happy about here, because in the daughter's room, the 2 carved in circles and niches that we took, you know, we had a lot of negative spaces in between, and that allowed us to design this entire shelving unit from top to bottom. So I think you know, this also accentuates the height of the space, and I think that it's adding a lot of character to the room. So we move to the next room, taking the same grand passage again. I want to say that no house is actually complete without a nice mandir or a meditative space. So we did a little tiny version of that as well. In the passageway, we had a lot of areas where we could go in and get, because we broke the first room, so the entryway of the first room was from here. So all this was converted into good storage areas. And then there's a lot of utility created in the passageway. And now it's about time that I grab my cup of tea and enjoy the sunset. I don't want to miss it, so I'm going to take you to one of my favorite areas in the house. Let's move to the balcony. There's a lot of air. So while the entire house is very structured and very block work and very straight line, very geometric, my balcony was absolutely going to break away from that. It's more asymmetric, it's more amoebatic. So let's move outside and have a look. So the balcony is actually a very slim pizza slice shape. But I think that does not hold us back from putting as many plants in that little corner as we could and create a green zone for us. cozy because I want to enjoy in the evening. I want to probably sit down by this nice little ledge and enjoy the views of the Arabian Sea, of that whirly ceiling stretching endlessly there. Soon it's going to be sunset and I'm going to enjoy that. And the balcony is more bohemian. I think I like my balconies to be very bohemian and very casual and very comforting. And I would like to enjoy my cup of tea right here, sitting in the middle of like something like this. So, you know, go ahead and style your balcony the way you like it. I hope this home tour was helpful and a lot of tips you could gain from this. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for joining in. I am going to go on with my cup of tea and I hope you have yours as well. And thank you for making the time and hope you can use a lot from today. Thank you.